We have the power of BlueEyes for you today, Crystal Beast in action, and water and so much more. Make sure you guys smash the little crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. We have a BlueEyes deck, pre-BlueEyes structure deck, evidently, that found success out here. I got a clap for it, actually. I'm pretty impressed with this, but there's a lot of level 8s in here. First of all, unfortunately, based on current situation, this deck is just kind of rank 8 turbo. I know people want something a little bit more exciting. You want to see how this deck can kind of develop, and I mean, that's understandably so, but you gotta understand what your deck's trying to do. I mean, like, the Horus package is going to be the extremely important thing here. All right, like, this package ensures you that you can get to draw power, Giant Trainer. All right, look at this. See, look, good card. All right, and then of course you get access to the rest of the rank 8 package. If you're going second with this, and your opponent doesn't have anything, well, congratulations, boom, number 100 OTK, which just gonna get you places. Also, one of my favorite things to do with this deck is being able to Campoic Protector revive the little minions so that they can do your bidding, so you can, you know, get advantage. I don't know how I feel about them not actually playing the SP. I feel like maybe more budgetary reasons for sure, but you're still investing a slot into the unicorn and a discard from the hand. I guess you do have enough level 8s in this deck that you're going to be like, oh, well, that's a brick. Like, yeah, for sure. We're also playing Thaumaturgus Cladis. Okay, well, you know what? If you've got this much room, I just feel like looking at this, that you could slot in an SP relatively easily, be fine. They had no side deck posted for this, which I find that the most interesting, that you were able to take down first place and maybe not have the side deck matter. Also, this is kind of cute. Nice Secret Village luck on your opponent with, you know, having to roll on out Cladicus to be your out, or your spellcaster. I mean, okay, options, I suppose. Woo, we have Crystal Beast. I see that we are involving the Spriggans cards in here, even in a small capacity, because, you know, being able to make the Merrymaker in here to get the free Spriggans do your thing is pretty good, because, you know, you're just going to level it on up into Champion Sargass anyway. So then that just gets us into the free kit, so that, you know, we have that. My first immediate interaction here is obviously this deck wants to get Kyoto Waterfront up and running. You want to actually get the Kaiju onto your field, which then gives you all the negates on the Gamma Seal. I think people forget Gamma Seal actually has an effect. We kind of go in between like formats out here where we look at the Kaijus and we're like, oh, you know, it's a 2200 attack point monster. Like, it's not a problem. Just park it on your opponent's field. And your opponent's like, oh, well, I have to do something about this. Also, we're playing 52 cards. That does feel like a lot. But I think for the combo lines and everything you're doing in here, I think you get away with it just fine. All right. You also got to make sure you have enough good Spriggans cards to be able to fulfill all the conditions that we need. I also do see we're doing a lot of board breakers down here on the side. I mean, you have the Dark Rulers, you have the Evenlies. You are playing 52 cards, so you got to keep in mind, you know, post side decking, you're going to have to make a lot of choices. You got to decide, hey, you know, which route do I need to go down? What's going to be the perfect match for the post side deck experience? And I mean, you're good to go. Also, if you also need to put up a Necro Valley, you can do so. All right. Also, good old Golden Rule being such a broken card. It saddens me the Rainbow Bridge, or our Rainbow Ruins is such an awful card now. We can't actually maximize any real value on it, which just means we're just playing other good cards out here to supplement what we shouldn't have to be. All right. Next up here we have Mermails and Friends. I do see we are doing a little Armored Shark in here. All right. So we're getting a little bit creative in the shark department, but we're just playing the Armored Shark in here. But I mean, hey, this is a free level special, which is pretty gosh darn good if need be. I know a few people were looking at this and like, I kind of want to fit in the Armored Exceed stuff just so you know, beyond just the Armored Shark, but I think this is probably the way to go. We're also playing 2 Minstrel. I've seen some interesting arguments for people trying to push for 3. I think Minstrel's just too much if you're trying to bulk down on 3. Like, you obviously want the Mulcharmies to help you out, so you can't really do that. I also see we're playing Abyssia. Just target a Mermail monster you control, special summon any number of level 4 lower Mermail monsters from your deck whose combined levels are less than or equal to level of that monster, and then send that monster to the graveyard. You know, this is a free split apart, get 2 Mermails out of the deck. That means we don't have to play clunky Coelcanth in the deck. Like, this is actually pretty good. I like that. I also see that we are sliding the Deep Sea Prima Donna down here. And of course, the Heat de Resistance of the deck. The classic barrier statue LOL at your opponent. Like, honestly, though, like, water, putting this on the field, like, there's only, like, nothing beats this unless you have, like, Imperm Droplet, or Regeki Dark Hole, Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm if it's in attack mode, obviously, but you're probably going to put this in defense mode because you don't want to die. Like, makes the most sense, right? Also, love all the Mulcharmies. So many Mulcharmies in this deck. Like, whew. But outside of that, this one of many Mermail takes that I have seen so far. I'm just happy to see that even in a format with Shifter running around, this deck is getting the chance to perform, you know? Ooh, we have some Durgan Link for you. All because, where is he? Where is our new little Metalmorph friend? Well, here's the Metalmorph. And then, of course, we do play the new Red Eyes full black metal dragon. The ability to go search for the Metalmorph off of this card. The ability to have this be a negate and burn damage on your opponent. I have not successfully heard a story yet of somebody being burned to death by the Red Eyes black metal full metal dragon. But I do have a feeling that that's going to come up. I just have a feeling that the way that this card works and how it interacts with already existing Dragon Link, the boards you're able to make, just having a piece now be able to protect your deck instead of something more generic, I think is more correct. Also, Borreload Savage Dragon, still an incredibly strong endboard piece. I also do like, I don't remember this deck actually having access to Legatia before. Actually, this is kind of cute. Oh, well, I mean, to be fair, you have the Legatia. Obviously, you're still doing Death Patter. And, of course, you know, the Chaos Angel being completely generic is still pretty good. But you have a deck here that still, it defies the logic of time. All right, like, I think every set, you know, every time we get cards, this card wasn't really, I feel like they wanted this to be both generic and be a homage to Joey Wheeler, but, you know, it's still a Red Eyes card. You have a Red Eyes card seeing competitive play in the year 2024 that's not named Darkness Metal Dragon. Like, let's call it what it is. We take it what it is. There's nothing else really to mention on Dragon Link. I think for the most part, the way that this deck is structured right now, it's still going to remain in the more roguish category. A little bit disappointing to say that, but for the locals experience out here, this deck is going to be such an easy takedown for you. All right, as long as you play against meta, you're fine. Then we have Goblin Bikers for you. There have been a lot of people out here trying to figure out the formulae for Goblin Bikers. I've seen some first places. Tour Guide and Terror Top are the MVP of this deck. Both of these cards being your key big starters so that you can push ahead of your opponents really good. We do have that new rank 6 coming in January, which I think is going to put this deck just a little bit further ahead than a lot of other people are kind of expecting out here. Also, the full Armored Xyz package in this deck for the suck up is 100% worth it. All right, if you're playing goblins and you're not looking at the full armored package, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. Also, the E-Telly package with the Ogre also feels pretty important. You want to be able to get as many level 3s on the field as fast as possible. And also, like, even putting the Ogre on the field, the Ogre can hand trap itself from the field to answer a problem. So you're not losing anything by having access to the little 5-card package here. Like, if anything, this package is, I would almost, dare I say, considerably mandatory. You want to make sure that these cards are going to be some key things for you to be able to do things. But once again, people are testing out innovations with goblins. People want to figure out, you know, hey, do I need this card or can I adjust my ratios to find out what's going to be the perfect match for the end game. But I do think losing this package is not worth it. I'm only bringing this up because I've heard 2 people go, you don't need the utility package. Nah, I think you do. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.